Hey, how's it going, everybody? Um, this is episode 7. Um, Ready to head to the gym, which kind of fits with this episode. I've been missing a few days lifting weights, so I got to get back to it. I still been riding my Peloton frequently, but I got to get back lifting weights. Um, so today we're going to talk about the U.S. obesity issue, overweight issue, right? So I'm speaking this article, and it says U.S. obesity rates have tripled over the last 60 years, right? Nearly 70% of people in the U.S. are either overweight or obese, right? So far as just being obese, it's at like 43%, where in 1960, it was only at 13%. All right. So let's go back to the basics, right? So we aren't able to just stand out in the sun and get our energy from that way, right? We can't get direct energy. So we have to eat things that are able to do that. So plants can turn sunlight into food that we can eat, right? So we're getting energy that way, right? And that's the most direct way to do it. So that's your vegetables, your fruit, things that grow from the earth, right? Then you have the animals that eat the plants, right? And then we can get our energy. It's not as direct, but we're able to eat that. Then you got the animals that eat the animals that eat the plants, right? 3 different categories. Any mixture of those 3. Of course, the closer you get, the better, right? There's no obesity. That's what we've been eating since the beginning of time. Our body is adapted to that, right? Water, okay? It's basic. It's the basics, right? So you go to any master of the body, right? Arnold, Ronnie, Kevin, Cutler, even physical trainers, like you notice that they eat a lot, right? They eat a lot of food, but they only stick to those 3 categories. The problem that I see is that junk food, right, is not a natural category. It's something that we created, right? And it has addictive qualities to it, but it has no nutritional value, right? And we're going to put fast food in that category of junk food, and we're also going to put hot dogs, bologna, made up stuff is in the category of junk food for this video. So when your body's hungry, it's expecting for you to get food from those 3 categories. It needs nutrients. It needs your vitamins, right? And then when you give it junk food, it's like, what is it? Well, it's okay, cool. You gave me nutrients. And then like an hour later, it's like, what did you just put in my body? Like, this is junk. Like, this is useless. I can't get no nutrients from this, no vitamins. How am I supposed to repair muscles in that, right? So it just junk. And then it sets off another hunger signal, right? Like, okay, can I get some good food? Then you put more junk in your body. More junk in your body, right? And the thing about that is that is the issue, right? People eat food. Like, you can actually overeat in those 3 categories and still be okay for the most part, right? Like, and then it's difficult to overeat. Like, are you going to overeat on apples or bananas? No, when you're full, you're going to just stop eating naturally, right? But when you're eating junk food, that's when you overeating, right? Because I guess the nicest way to put it is that it's a treat, I guess. I want to say it's a drug, but we want to say it's a treat, right? So the issue with the U.S. is that a lot of people are no longer eating food that have nutrients in it. They eat, their whole diet is based off of things that they put in their body that have no nutritional value. So then you have the brain fog, right? So when you eat fruit and vegetables, we'll put them 3 categories, especially fruit and vegetables. Your brain is sharp. You know what I'm saying? You're ready to go. You have motivation. You're not sluggish, right? But when you eat junk food, yeah, I have the fog. I don't feel like I need to do anything. I just feel like, because your body's communicating. Because you're actually deprived of nutrients, even though it appears that you're eating all this food, right? So if you go, listen to anybody that knows how to eat correctly, and fitness experts, they would say 80% of it is diet. All right, what they mean by that is stick to those 3 categories. You know what I'm saying? Fish, chicken, steak, fruit, veggies, potatoes, rice, and things that go bad. That's how I kind of go with it. Food that we're meant to eat goes bad. Okay? And that's what you need. And that goes to something that I've seen online from a doctor saying, a lot of people say, well, his opinion on it is, we are what we don't digest. Right? And that's a good way to look at it. Right? Because if you eat high quality food, even if it's the same thing, like if you cook yourself a nice little cheeseburger, you're going to be fine. But if you go get a fast food cheeseburger, it has no nutritional value. Your body's going to be like, ew, like what was that? And then it's going to be hungry an hour later because it's going to need nutrients, right? So I think that's the issue, right? Because we got more gyms. We got gyms everywhere. There's Planet Fitnesses everywhere, but you can't outwork a bad diet. You can't outwork eating junk food, basically. Right? I mean, you do have your genetic people who can just do that for a certain amount of time. Right? They can eat whatever. Everyone knows people like that. And then it just doesn't affect them. Right? But that's not the majority. And eventually, their metabolism does slow down. And typically, those people gain a lot of weight in like 2 years. And they don't know why, because they ate like that their whole life. And, so that there's downsides. And then it's the insides and the outside. So you can appear to look healthy on the outside, but the inside's stuff. So this fits for everybody, really. And like when you travel out the U.S., you taste, like, for instance, like you'll taste a piece of bread, and you be like, what is this? This doesn't taste like what I'm accustomed to. And then you're like, okay, so what have I been eating? If this is bread, then what am I eating? You know what I'm saying? Like you just like eating junk food. It looks like bread. But is bread supposed to last a month? What am I eating? I'm eating a science experiment. Right? So I feel like that I wanted to discuss that today. That's what came, as far as I wanted to talk about. And I'm not going to spend like a 2, 3 hour, 4 hour video on it. I just wanted to throw some gems out there to make people aware, so they can do their own research, your own trials, your own how it works with your body. You know what I'm saying? But we just got to make sure that we're putting the nutrients in our body. I mean, that reminds me of somebody said that one banana is the nutritional value of one banana today is we got to eat 20 bananas today for the equivalent of one banana in the 1960s, right? It's like, geez, the quality of food that we're eating today is also not good, right? So how do you overcome that? Vitamins, growing your own food, organic food. So I got the multivitamins, got the magnesium, I do the B12s, I do the zinc. Yeah, I like to eat the gummies. It's not the healthiest way to do it, but that's my thing. I'm not really a big pill person, so that's how I get my vitamins in. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of benefits to it. Just wanted to throw that out. But alright, guys, just give you guys another episode, being consistent, right? And everyone enjoy the Super Bowl. Leave in the comments if you got Mahomes winning, or do you have 49ers winning? Alright, guys. Catch you later. Peace.